Hello and welcome to Blockchain Gaming World, the YouTube channel all about blockchain gaming. Please subscribe. So in this video, I'm going to take another look at NBA Top Shot, which is the new collectibles project out from Dapper Labs running on its new Flow blockchain. So this isn't a game at the moment. The reason I'm interested in it is a game is coming out called NBA Top Shot Hard Court. That's going to be a mobile game coming out in 2021. No idea. I don't know anything more about the game than the fact it's coming out and that's its name. So we don't really know how the game is going to work, but we know it's going to use these NFTs. So that's why I'm interested in this. As I pointed out in other videos, I haven't got a clue about basketball, but what I think is interesting and it's worth investigating, I think in a bit of detail, is when these projects launch, particularly around collectibles. It's very interesting to see how communities create inherent value around these things that have no inherent value. So I guess we've seen this with, that's a massive thing in blockchain. The whole point of blockchain, the whole point of Bitcoin back in the day was there was scarcity. There's only be a certain number of them, and that drives certain, I guess, human emotions around psychological value and FOMO and all these sort of things. So it's interesting from that point of view. But clearly, there is these cards have no inherent value. But we are creating value around them, and kind of, you can go back in the distant past and kind of think, how did we create money? Well, we needed to exchange different kind of goods and services, and people randomly chose metals, and obviously gold has historically been the kind of money of choice for most civilizations. Why do they choose gold? Who knows? I mean, it has lots of reasons why you would choose gold, but gold doesn't have any value apart from the fact that all civilizations decided that gold and obviously silver, to a degree, had value, and then everyone agreed that had value, and then it had value. So all kind of currency systems are based on trust, and we see that a lot of discussion on that in blockchain. Don't need to go into that. So I'm going to go into a bit of depth here. With some numbers and a spreadsheet. So if you don't like spreadsheets, please turn off now. But anyway, this is NBA Top Shot, and what happens here is we can see we don't have to worry too much about the basketball side of things, but every so often Dapper Labs, the company behind it, drop in one of these packs, and because it's a collectible kind of setup, excuse me, these packs are all created around a narrative around basketball. So this one here, it was the premium pack, drop 2, wave 4 of 5. I mean, it gets very, very technical here. So there's going to be 5 waves of this. This is the 4th wave of drop 2. So you're already getting into really the semantics of how this thing works. And you spend whatever it was, $24, and you get you're guaranteed 1 rare metallic gold LE. So there's a collection around this and 5 common base set cards. So these moments are all little basketball videos. But if we go to collections, and we can see here, the kind of the narrative around this is actually that's not a good one to show. Let's go to sets. So we can see here this is the one set I've completed. So I've completed the early adopter set, and I've got all 10 of these happens to be videos in this case, but I've completed this set, and obviously our little brains like to complete things, and that's what collections are about. So Dapper Labs, thanks to its experience, I guess, with CryptoKitties as well, is very good about understanding how people want to collect things, and how completion of sets just makes us feel happy that we've tidied everything up. So if we look at all the sets that are available. So a set is a curated collection of these top shots. So and it's surprising even in this early stage the amount of sets there are, and this is just series 1. So there's the base set. There I've got 4 of these cards. There are 228 of those. There's this hologram ones. These are legendary. These are super expensive. And there's 54 of those. There's the metallic gold LE. I mean, the whole thing becomes ridiculous, but 94 of those. So we can see here there's some of these. These are all the sets that have come out. And these little ones here, when it has a little star on it, it means if you complete this set, you get like a reward. So in these 2 sets, if you complete these are 10 cards, you actually get minted another card. That can only be you can't get that in packs. You only get it through creating these. Of course, what happens is there's a marketplace. So this is on a blockchain. So any card I own, I can go and sell. So we can just see here these are just This is shown by listing date. So this is other people listing these cards, and we can see here for this card, whoever Michael Bridges is. This is a common card, so in the common set, it's obviously listed at because it's common. It's listed at $1. That's the lowest you can sell one, and there are 142 listings of this card. The lowest version is $1. We can see here for common cards, lowest is $1, and suddenly for some of them, this is a common card, but the lowest is $5. So obviously, this is just a market-driven economy. The kind of minimum price point is $1, so you expect kind of over time everything to go down to $1, unless there's a strong reason for it not to be. Obviously, it depends. I mean, this one there's 142 listings. This one has only 89, but still 89 listings is quite a lot. But no one's. I guess what's interesting in these systems is, if I had one of these, I could sell it for $1, obviously. Or if I put $1 in, it would probably sell, because people will go, well, it's other than that, it's selling for $5. So you kind of, it's interesting how these kind of systems create their own narrative. I don't know anything about basketball, but obviously, as we all know, LeBron James is the basketball player everyone knows about. So anything with LeBron James, we can go and have a look here. If I can spell LeBron. So anything around him, because he's the most famous player, so even his common card. This is his common card. Oh, his few common cards. You know, because it's LeBron James. These are going for significantly, you know, order of magnitude higher than other ones, even though it's a common one. And then you get into all the detail of the number. So these are all these moments have a serial number. So number 1 is just viewed as being more rare because it's number 1, and he has his shirt number 23. So if you have the number 23, the shirt numbers go would be the most expensive. Generally, that seems to be. That's all psychological, you know. This is the most expensive one, so this is actually a legendary one. There are only 9 listings of these, and this one's going for $5,000. So it's kind of you know, it's interesting how we build up these systems. More generally, what I wanted to look at though is kind of how this economy is working at the moment. And I'm going to just switch to a different view. Okay, so this is a little spreadsheet I put together. I like spreadsheets. I like numbers, and this is just a way of kind of helping me think about what's going on. So each one, what I've done here, each one of these is a set. So this is the early adopter set. There are 10 cards in this set. There's another set called Cali versus New York City. There are 10 in that card, and then there's this Eastern Conference set. There are 9 cards there. So what I've done is, over a few day periods, I've basically just looked at the price of these moments on the marketplace. So let's have a look. 3 days ago, I had a look and just looked at the lowest price. If I just wanted to basically complete this set, how much would it cost me? And on the 5th of October, it would cost me $85 to just go and buy this set. 2 days later, the price has actually gone down by $4. So some of these cards, some of them have gone up, some of them have gone down. Obviously, this is just supply and demand. And then I looked at it today, and it'd gone up again. So it's now up to 92. If you want to buy all those cards in the set, it's $92. So this is the set I've completed. I think it actually, I can't remember how much it actually cost me. I think it did actually cost me more than this. So I think it cost me about $90 in total. Obviously, that doesn't mean I made a profit, because there's still the major thing in these kind of markets is liquidity. So liquidity just means the ability to sell what you own, sell it without changing the price. So this is the price at the moment. This is the price if I want to buy these cards. But if I wanted to sell my cards, if I wanted to sell my Colin Sexton card, I could put it at $8. But there's lots of other cards at $8. So if I really wanted to sell it, I'd have to sell it at $7. So potentially, if I was desperate to sell like really quickly, then I'd have to undercut all these prices. So actually, I'd be $10 down on this if I undercut by $1. You can only in this product you can only set your prices in integer dollar amount. So you can't set $5.50. It has to be a whole dollar. Okay, so that's going on there. What's interesting with this early adopter set now is this set is complete in the sense you can't buy the packs. So obviously with the packs there's a randomness in there. With the pack, I think if memory serves me, they were $9 a pack, and you got one of these cards and then 2 of the common cards. And we know common cards go for about $1, but probably can't even sell them because they're just kind of wishy-washy. There's loads of them, and I don't think not many people are going to collect all 224 or whatever it is. So they don't really have a value. these ones do have a value. But these packs are now shut, so you can't get these anymore. So you can only get these on the marketplace, and that's why I think we're kind of seeing the prices of these will continue to rise as long as people are still playing NBA baseball, the NBA Top Shot, and wanting to complete this set. So obviously there's now a kind of fixed supply of these cards because you can't open more packs. So obviously scarcity does drive up price, always assuming that people actually want to collect these things. So all this talk of economics is predicated on the fact that the NBA Top Shot is a game that people continue to want to play, and the audience is going to grow, and people are going to invest time and money into it. So if that doesn't work, then obviously, as we've said before, all these systems are based on kind of psychological factors, and obviously if the world came to an end, I'd rather have a gold bar than a LeBron James moment in NBA Top Shot. Probably rather have some beans and a shotgun. That's the meme, isn't it? Anyway, so let's look at this one. This is the Cali versus New York City pack. So this is so these are much cheaper, even though it is a common. These are common cards. Oh no, they're not common cards. They're even though this is a common set. This is also a common set. But at the moment, the price of these is significantly less. So when I last looked, $47 yesterday, and now I look today, and it's actually gone down again. Now, one reason for this is likely to be, but not 100%, but it's likely to be the fact that these packs are still open. So these packs will actually shut down next week. There won't be any more of these packs available, and then what we'd expect to see, or the thesis would be, that's the point at which we expect to see the price of these cards then going up, because there's now artificial scarcity has been created. So no more of these cards can be opened in packs. So that means people who are assuming people want to build sets around this, people are going to start buying these up to complete their sets. So that's what we expect to see. Maybe I'll do another video. I'm sure I will around that. And then finally, we'll look at this one. So this is the Eastern Conference. So this is looking at the Eastern Conference League and their final. So as much as I know about basketball, there's the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference, and they work out which is the best team of each, and then they go and play in the final. So this happened to be the Eastern Conference. We can see here these cards are immediately much more expensive. These are not common. This is not a common set, and these packs were available for a much shorter period of time. So in terms of kind of kind of pricing mechanics, then these ones are going to be worth more than these ones, but obviously again all artificial. But we can see here when I looked at this yesterday, a set of these 9 cards was $193, and these packs are no longer available either. So we kind of, the thesis that I've kind of created is that as these packs become unavailable, then obviously supply is gated, and then if you want some of these cards, if you want these cards, you have to go and buy them from the marketplace, and then that's kind of, that's a supply and demand equation then. And we can see not all of them have gone up. So Jaylen Brown's gone down $1, but we can see here across the board. So this one, Tyler Hero, has gone up from $23 to $34. So that's kind of now that's $29 increase in a day. Again, this is not necessarily, this is definitely not investment advice, because you can't. This is not ERC20 tokens. This is not Bitcoin that you can easily sell off. Those systems have liquidity. But the problem with these NFTs is liquidity is a big problem. So the only way you will solve liquidity in these situations is to have millions of players. At the moment, this game does not have millions of players, so this is certainly not investment advice. But I do think it is interesting. I guess the other thing that will be interesting over time is how Dapper Labs deals with supply and demand in terms of creating new sets, because already there's quite a lot of different sets and collections, and I guess you want people to specialise in their collections, because some people will want to do certain things, but equally it can become quite quickly feel like a bit of a grind, and they're just trying to get money off you by creating these new packs all the time. And some of the packs, obviously the pricing of these cards is kind of anchored to the price of the set. So these early adopter packs were $9. Unsurprisingly, the price of the cards is around $9. These packs were, I can't remember what the price was. I think it was actually maybe $9 as well. So these because they're still available, haven't reached that kind of parity. These packs were $29. So we can see here now we're starting to get, because they're no longer available, the cards are no longer available in packs. We're starting to see the value of these kind of moving towards $29 as an anchor point. Anchor pricing is very important in psychological retailing mechanics. So there we go. Just kind of, I thought it was interesting. Certainly something I'm going to be keeping an eye on. And as I say, I think anyone doing a blockchain project needs to think about these sort of psychological aspects of how you build an economy, and how you kind of balance it, and how you allow people to have these. If you're starting off, and you kind of want to get into it, then obviously having cheaper options. So if you want to get this set now, this would be a good entry level set. So it's $40. I mean, this one was a bit more expensive, so not everyone's going to drop $100-ish, $85 to buy a set in something that they don't really understand. And certainly these ones, although they clearly are higher value in terms of their prestige, to get someone to enter a new product and spend $200 is not an easy ask. And obviously there are sets that are much more expensive than these. But anyway, keep an eye on NBA Top Shop, mainly because it is going to be a game around it, and I think that's interesting. But also, blockchain and economies are highly linked, so it's worth always keeping an eye on. And I think you do have to more generally do some legwork in terms of kind of tracking this stuff, and not just going on kind of gut feeling and sentiment, but actually what is happening with these things. Put some numbers on it. Won't give you the full picture, but it will let you make your decisions in a bit more of an informed manner. Anyway, thanks for watching. This is Blockchain Gaming World, trying to make sense of blockchain and how we use this new technology in gaming space, and how we create value around that. Don't know the answers, but know some of the questions at least. So I hope this is useful. Thanks for watching the channel. The video, sorry. Please do subscribe if you are interested in this sort of stuff. But hope to see you again soon.